So I pretty much finished up the machine. I got the motor mounted and all the gearing working. Everything's greased up and lubricated. I'm using this guy silicone lubricant on the rails. I found that 3-in-1 oil makes them black and collects dust a lot more than this. This is what I'm going to use for that, as well as this part right here where it attaches to the plate. Just regular bearing grease for the pillow block bearings. I got a 7.5-inch wheel here, no, 7-inch here, 1.5-inch on the motor. Electric box is the same that I was showing you before, and the sled, it's still that piece of oak. What I got in the mail, oh, where'd it go? There's one bad thing about aluminum, is that it's cold. Place a piece of 1/2-inch aluminum, which I want to replace the oak with. The oak, I made the mistake of putting this point in the center, which was fine on the hand sanding rig because it was only 2.5 inches wide. But with the oak, it just doesn't line up with any of the shapes of knives that I want, or to hand sand. So either the point's always sticking out, or you're hitting on the inside, you're going to hit this. So what I'm thinking of doing with the aluminum is just making it the angle shallower and then have a flat face here, so that it'll support the tip. So that'll be a lot better for the knives rather than this oak that's set up right now. How I'm going to attach it to the linkage, don't have 100% I'm sure of what I'm going to do. I think I might do the same exact thing as I did here, just drill sideways through the aluminum. It's a 1/4-inch hole, so it might only give me 1/8 of an inch on each side, and I don't know how steady of a drill bit I can use to drill that. Hopefully I can mill a little flat piece here on the end and then drill it, but that'll have to wait. I gotta finish up this knife first before I can upgrade the thing. It's gonna be a little more mass than the oak, but what I'll also do is drill several holes in the center and I guess down the sides, and then tap it for 1/4-inch 20 bolts. That's what I use the most. And then I'll have a system of, I can use that to cam lock the blade rather than using that a C-clamp like I'm doing now, because if I put it too far over, it's hitting the rods, and if I put it too far back, then it's hitting this mid piece of Delrin, and it's slamming, and it'll stop the machine. So if I show you, so if I put it right like here, I'll be hitting the Delrin. So it has to be in front of that and not as far as in, This can't be that far in, so it has to be like right on the edge, which isn't great because I need to reach over here to the center, hold it down. So I'm turning the blade off axis when I want it to be straight. So those are a couple of upgrades that I want to be doing in the next couple weeks, so that I can upgrade this and it'll be more versatile and more useful for me. Already I've done 2 blades on it, one of these and then a kitchen knife like this, and it's been speeding up my hand sanding process immensely. I think in combination with structured abrasives, I need to get back and get some more of those higher grits. Because what I've been doing now is going down to 150 or 120 grit on the hand sanding, and then going all the way up to 600, which takes a long time. And if I can use structured abrasives on the belt grinder to bring that grit up, even the 220, or 320 or 400, whatever it is, bring this up a couple grits, and then switch over to hand sanding or using this machine, it'll cut down on time, cut down on the amount of use that I'll need to this machine for in the first place. Because this, one of the big reasons I started using this or built this machine was because it was taking a long time for hand sanding, because I was going down to 120 grit. So if I can relearn how to finish knives on the grinder with structured abrasive, because on my grinder, if I go to 200 or 220 or 400 grit, I get these bumps in the blade because of where the belt is, or where the seam is in the belt, and I get bumps, so I get little divots in the blade all along, which take longer to sand out than going from 120 on the hand sander. So I think with structured braces, the belt's a little thicker, and we can avoid that, or I can avoid that. So I have to do some experiments with that, purchase some new belts to do that. But let me put this aluminum away for right now, and I'll show you what I've been doing. So to get it straight, the edge has to be off the end, and the C-clamp can't be hitting the rods. So this is what I've been doing, just been very careful to avoid this point, and just sanding like that. And I found a technique where instead of just holding my arms steady like rocks, so instead of holding my arms like this, what I've been doing is just counter moving. So when it's pushing forward, I push back just a little bit, and when it pulls back, I pull back a little bit. And so instead, here, let me get it something. This is about the speed that I work at. So if I just try and not move, it's pushing me, pulling me. So if I just push a little bit, counteract its movement, I find that it's a lot easier to work with, and helps me get along. And usually I'm using what's it called? Simple Green as a lubricant, trying to clear the steel chips or steel dust off of that. And once I get to about 400 grit, I put paper towels on here, because the grit will get underneath and scratch up the other side of the blade. So the paper towel soaks it up and prevents that. But other than that, that's just a quick update of the machine, where it's at right now. I'll make a video with the aluminum plate and upgrading that and bolting it and all that stuff for you next week. Thank you.